button to command the computer to draw a line. It will draw a line from this position where I am now to any subsequent position of my light pin. This is much like a rubber band stuck on two pins. One is nailed on the screen here, and the other is at my light pin. So I can position this anywhere I want. Now, I lost tracking there. I moved the pin too fast, and that told the computer to stop drawing the line. Well, if you notice, that bright dot will jump onto the line as I get close to it.
Well, the dot in the center of the cross, when you get close to the line, jumps over onto it.
Correct.
Why does it do that?
It's much like a gravity field. At the end point, it is even a higher gravity field to allow us to position the point exactly on the line, or in this case, exactly at the end point. This allows me to move my pen quite coarsely, be sloppy while I'm drawing, and get a precision drawing out at the same time. So now I'm going to draw a second line.
There you go.
And even a third one. Now, in an ordinary pencil and paper drawing, all we have is this particular picture. But the computer understands the geometry of the drawing here. What do I mean? I mean that if I point at this particular point and tell the computer to move that point by another push-button command, it will move not only that point, but all three lines that are attached to it.
And the delay between it's doing what you want it to is because it's computing all these changes.
That's correct. Now, if I made a mistake, I could delete my mistake by pointing at the line in question, for instance, and pressing the appropriate button. It's gone. I'm going to start drawing the circle. Here's our circle. Let me reduce the drawing slightly so our circle shows on the computer scope. And you see as I move the pen, it is ignoring the radial position. I've just gone off the scope screen here. The radial position of the pen and only looking at its angular position. So I can
be very as sloppy as you like, in other words.
Right. In other words, the computer supplied the compass here, much like as it supplied the straight edge for the straight line.
If you go backwards, you erase it.
And I can wind it up the other way. Now, if I tell the computer to put that point right at this circle, right in that point right there, the computer knows that those must be connected. It turns out that they're not really connected. It's a very small nub there. Let me move this away and show you that they're really not connected. But I have told it by terminating the point of the pen at that position that it must be connected. Now, I can tell the computer to satisfy this constraint command by addition of a piece of wood, perhaps, which is all of the lines of the sections behind each piece are hidden. As you'll see, as I start to rotate this object, the computer will place part of it behind the other part, and you will see that indeed the computer has a representation of it which knows that it's solid.
It's no longer just that wire frame. It really is solid, and when a line is behind the front surface, you just don't see it.
That's right. And so this is just one of my models that I can work with. I have a few others that I can call up. For instance, a wedge. I'll make the wedge slightly smaller and rotate it a little bit so you can see the properties of it.
Now, fairly basic